All right, guys. So we made it over to the Bahamas here in at West End here, and just a quick debrief on what happened on the ride over. The boat is just a mess. It's just a salty, salty mess. Yesterday's weather window would have been better, but we decided we wanted to do this weather window because we didn't want to lose the window in case the weather changed and the front came in faster. So take you outside here. It's a bit bumpy. Got salt everywhere. You can see this water jug fell over. Ooh, that's a 42 next to us. Wow, it's a beautiful boat. Look at that. It came over with a 42, the 37 there. So I don't know exactly what everything is going to have right now. We're going to get the hoses and rinse the boat off, rinse the salt off. Whew, it was a ride. Pete's just went over there to check with our neighbors, and then he's be right back, and then we'll talk about this for a minute, exactly what happened here, because a lot happened on the trip. Boat did fantastic. Probably ran her a little bit harder than I normally do, only because of the rough water. In rough water, it's usually when you give it a little more throttle, they smooth out a little bit. Chief, you want to do a debrief here?
Yeah.
Woo. Anyway, let me get the camera set up here. And then we'll do a quick little debrief. Pete actually got hurt on the ride over. Pete, if you want to put that into that cradle right there, and then I'll stand this up, and then we can both sit here and talk. And hey, appreciate the like there. But Pete, we'll get the camera set up here, and we'll both talk for a second to tell you exactly. No, it's got to go the other way, Chief.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Anyway, we'll give you a quick debrief of everything that happened. Pete got a little bit.
I took a hit today.
Yeah, he was up there in the gas tank for the little generator. Stick it up, I think, a little bit, Chief. Yeah, pull it.
Oh, I see. No, that is up all the way.
Okay. That doesn't pull up?
No.
Okay.
Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I think it does. There you go. That's good.
Are we live right now?
Yeah, you're live, Chief.
I'm lucky to be.
Hey, don't believe everything he says.
When my life was flashing before my eyes and I was laying on the deck, I'm thinking, okay, Coast Guard. I gotta make one phone call.
Wow. He's saying the captain gave him an order, and he went down. Then he went down. If he had tightened the tank down, in my argument, if the tank would have been properly secure, we wouldn't have had the problem.
Well, I've dealt with this before, and the tank. So when you tighten it, then after you go a little bit, you need to readjust it most of the time. I don't know what happened, but it hurt. I paid for it dearly, right?
So I remember I'm driving the boat. I look back. It really wasn't even in the rough stuff yet, because when we left Fort Myers, I'll do a quick video for you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Like it was like 10 weather. It was incredible weather.
Yeah.
And then we thought, the crossing's going to be extremely good. So we get out there, we get into the Gulf Stream, the weather changes, but everything was good even in the Gulf Stream.
Yeah, it was a little rough, but yeah, nothing that nothing that wasn't manageable.
No, and it was like 30, that was about 30 miles out.
Yeah.
So about the end of the Gulf Stream there,
Yeah.
it seems like maybe 40 miles. That was the end of the Gulf Stream. Then things turned.
Armageddon.
There was,
But
nothing really bad. The boat.
No, we had everything tied. The only thing, the paper towels came off, and the stuff on the shelf, like this shelf stuff right here, just came off. But nothing bad.
No, nothing too bad. The paper towels were everywhere, but who cares?
And I will tell you this: the boat is covered with 1 inch thick of salt. That's how.
Yeah, and I've never. I think I've had it one other time. One other thing that happened Hope you guys are enjoying this. One other thing that happened has never happened to me before on this boat, and you got to remember this is a 44-foot boat. Is we got hit by a wave sideways. It took the boat up like this, and then another wave came underneath it, hit it, and it shuttered the whole boat. It happened twice.
Yeah. Well, and we lost a strap on one of our water tanks.
I showed them that. I took them outside.
Oh,
and
yeah,
showed them that.
yeah. So.
Anyway,
we're just excited. We just got here.
yeah, literally 5 minutes ago, we checked in with customs. We did the click and check. That was super easy. I'll show you my customs paperwork. It was, we actually had Steve. Thank you, Steve, so much. That was super easy to do a check-in. All I did was take that over there, showed him our passports, and we are all checked in. And actually, believe it or not, the price of the marina was horribly surprising. Pete, we thought, it's going to be, everybody says it's very, very expensive over here.
Which it is at some places.
It is. But it was nothing like the Keys, or this is the cheapest marina we've stayed in. We haven't been in a marina for...
Yes.
When was the last time we were in a
Key
marina?
West with Tats.
So that's been a long time ago. We probably haven't been in a marina in 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And anyway, so... but the marina, the night here was $88 for the night, and $30 for power, and $15 for water.
Yeah, and you can use all the water you want. I'm sure they have trash, and I just talked to our boaty, but they have laundry here, so it's full facilities here, and it's cheaper here than the Keys.
Yeah, it's it was like $120 with power and water for the night.
Yeah, and we haven't plugged in so long. We forgot how to plug the boat
in.
in.
We literally forgot how to plug the boat in. We're like, what cord do I? What am I doing?
Why isn't this working?
Oh yeah, you got to plug that in because we have not. The boat's been off grid now for. It's been. I'm gonna guess a month, somewhere right around a month.
Longer than that, because with Tats, we were just at the marina for a couple of days. She was off grid too.
Yeah. Anyway, so I hope you guys tomorrow. I'll work on the video for the crossing. Last week's video, and we'll talk about the crossing and everything that happened. Because we actually left. What a debacle that was. And I couldn't even do the video. I'm going to redo that video because I want to show you guys how to do a packing on one of these 40-year-old trawlers. And it was just, the whole thing was just a nightmare. And it was right there on the dock. We're trying to leave. We have other boats involved. Just a mess. And anyway, I'll talk about it in the weekly videos that you'll see on Wednesday that's coming out. And then I think I'm going to talk on Monday's video about our dinghy, because a dinghy is very, very important to us, especially being off-grid like this. We use our dinghy almost every single day. So I'll help you guys, tell you guys how we got a cheap, inexpensive dinghy, which is brand new and state-of-the-art and one of the best ones on the market. And I'll share it with you on Monday's video.
Yeah, and it's working out very well.
Yeah, it is. Even our power management, we had to learn our power management, but we're figuring it out. Mm-hmm. And the Honda generator's working really, really well.
Yeah.
All the systems on the boat are just...
We could even run an AC off the Honda generator. It just burn more gas, obviously, but we...
Yeah, we figured out how to run one of our brand new AC off of the Honda generator when we're off grid, and we had only had to do that once. Every other night it's been fairly
yeah, we've had no problems.
Fort Myers was awesome. Miami was awesome. You guys that are Patreons, you got to go up the Miami River. I'm gonna leave it like that, and I'll share some of that video on the Wednesday's video with you guys. But the guys that the true Patreons, they got to see us raw footage of us going up the Miami River. So that's just a thank you guys, and it was awesome being able to go up there because we killed a little time. Last week we hit Boca Chica.
Yeah, Boca Chica.
And then we went No Name for 2 days, and then we lost our toilet in No Name. Oh, what a disaster that was! And then we got our toilet. It's not 100%. I do need one part for it, but it is working and flushing, and everything's good on it.
It'll get us back to Marathon.
Yeah, it will. And when I get back there after order, it just won't hold any water, so it just goes right into the tank. So you just can't hold any.
You just gotta be careful.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with it. You gotta manage it properly because the bowl won't hold any water, so you gotta keep the lid down. And anyway.
Otherwise, you fill up your tank too fast.
So anyway, we got to manage that a little bit, and it's a black piece. It's a piece that I'll have to order, so I'm not sure when I'll be able to get that. But we did get the toilet working again, and it was all calcium from the lines that were built up. That was just a mess. That took us like 3 or 4 hours to deal with all that. Yeah. But that got done in No Name, and then from there we ran over to Miami.
Yeah.
Spent a night in Miami on the Hook. Beautiful anchorage in Miami.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, the Fort Lauderdale and the Miami. Which one did you like better, the Miami or the Fort Lauderdale anchorage? I think I like.
Fort Lauderdale a little better. You like the Miami better?
It was just, we're right there at the university, FIU University.
Yeah.
We were in the back of their university, and
Yeah.
we could go walk.
It's fairly easy.
What a debacle with the Costco card.
Oh,
jeez. What do you
Yeah,
make
we're having a tough start here.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a tough start, but the Costco card was an absolute disaster. But we're only a mile. It was literally in the parking lot,
Yeah,
just
could
about
walk.
at FIU. And then, so that we wanted to stop there. So I really liked that anchorage. I really did.
Yeah, that was nice.
And then the next anchorage was over in Fort Lauderdale. Just unbelievable wealth, just everywhere, you know.
And it's spring break too, so there's
Yeah,
a
it was
million
spring
people running
break.
around. Now the best way to do everything is on a boat because you're not in all the traffic and the crowds. So it worked out good for us because we got in and out on everything. So
And I'm not watching the live feed right now to see you guys messaging us, and I'm sorry about that. If you want to leave a comment on the video afterwards, I would appreciate it. I want to know how the Starlink's doing, because here we are in the Bahamas. This is all via Starlink.
no more cellular service for us.
Yeah, so it's all using the Starlink. So we may not be able to contact, or if you guys, anybody that would be contact us, they would have to do it while we were stopped. They will not be able to call
Now
us anymore.
it looks like AT&T is here, but there's all kinds of charges. So we're just
going to use the Starlink and the Wi-Fi service, and that's what this video is coming to you on, is the Wi-Fi and Starlink. But anyway, we're very proud of the boat. The boat, I had to take it up to, I think we cruised over, my normal cruising speed's about 1,750 RPMs on these twin Lehman 120 engines.
Yeah.
And today I cranked them up to about 1,800 till we got past the, I can't think of the name of it.
The jet stream.
Yeah, the jet stream.
The Gulf Stream.
The Gulf Stream. So once we got past that, then I even jacked them up to about 1950, just to get a little more. The Nordic
weather was so bad.
Yeah, and the Nordic said, "Hey, can you guys? Do you feel like they didn't force us to it? But it gave us another half a knot."
Yeah.
I think I'll give you the actual cruise speed, but the last time I checked, we were at 8.7 miles an hour, which knots would be about 7. About 7, a little over 7 knots. Yeah, 7.2, 7.3, and I usually cruise right at about 7 knots.
Yeah.
So Pete's doing a little laundry.
And I just put the boat back together. We haven't eaten today. We this is what we ate.
Yeah, we had it.
When you're on
You
road,
couldn't even grab. That's how rough it was. You couldn't even go down to the.
or water. We couldn't get water.
Yeah, because our refrigerator, you could not
Open the door on the refrigerator. You couldn't do anything. You really can't do anything on a rough crossing. We're so used to smooth crossings that we're spoiled. We got hit today. I took a hit right here.
Anyway.
I'm not here tomorrow. Tell my story, please.
Oh, he's gonna be fine. Anyway, so we had our cups and they were full of water and our drink, but we ran out. And I'm trying to dry hack this freaking peanut right here. That's all we've had. So anyway, the crossing to me it's definitely not even, I would give it a top probably 3, but it was not nowhere near my worst crossing.
No,
Jimmy still holds the record for my worst crossing in the main ship.
Yeah, it wasn't my worst crossing either. But that being said, it was up there in the top. It was way up there.
I've never had Southern Estate. I've never been wet on the bridge, and I got like 2 or 3 drops on me.
Yeah.
And I never had the boat roll over so far, and then a wave hit the bottom of it, and it kind of shuttered the boat. That happened to us twice out there.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even the waves were that big, but once we got past the Gulf Stream, the wind really picked up a little bit.
Yeah.
But then it came from our stern, and then especially when we made the turn into the Grand Bahamas.
Yeah.
So we were
Got a little better.
Yeah, everything got a little bit better, but still it was like
Just about an hour or two, it got we were both questioning, why are we here? What happened? What do we do?
Yeah, like we were both in agreement that this was probably the top of our tolerances that we go, and we do this going in because the weather window for tomorrow was better, but we also didn't want that weather window to close up on us.
what everybody says, you don't want to get hit by the northern side and that's the way the next weather's coming.
Yeah, and so it's going to make that shift from south to north, and we didn't really want to. And our plan was to leave like at midnight tonight, and then take the morning hours. But this weather window looks very tricky, and we just decided, hey, let's just tough it out.
Put our nose out there.
Yeah, put our nose out there, and after a couple of hours, like I said, all the way 40 miles into the Gulf Stream, everything was fine.
Yeah, and
then,
it was just right at our tolerant level, comfortable tolerant.
And you ain't turning around after you've done 40 miles. You
Yeah,
only have
no.
like 30 miles to go.
No,
You're not.
you don't turn around.
You don't turn around. You just keep going.
Yeah,
So
just close your eyes. Listen to the radio and it is what it is.
it was nice though.
Yeah.
You set your autopilot. I came down on the couch, actually took a nap.
I took a nap when I took my hit, so
Yeah, it was all good. That was pre-golf, and then once I got knocked off the couch, I came back upstairs right after we got out of the golf, and had to shut the door and get it ready for the second half of. But by then we have everything tied down. Everything's pretty much done. At what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're very excited to be here. I hope you guys follow us throughout the Bahamas here.
Yeah.
Over the next, we'll be here for like 3 weeks in the Bahamas. It looks like we're going to leave somewhere around the 8th of April. We'll try and get a weather window. Our plan is to hit all of the Albacos and then head over to Bimini. It does a bunch of things because it makes me a better captain. If I have to bring somebody over here, I know where to check into West End. I know how to check in. I know how to do the click and check. Click and check, and I will know the Bimini office. I know this office here at West End and stuff like that. So it's one of the reasons we're out here doing this, and just really getting to know the Bahamas a little bit, because there's no way we can. The Bahamas are huge.
Yeah, no. You could do the Bahamas for a year and never do them all.
Yeah, it's just huge.
It's a massive chain of small islands.
Anyway, guys, peace out.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you guys so much, and I hope you guys keep following the live videos. I'm doing the stories now. Just those are quick little updates, and I'm also because I want everybody involved. I want you guys leaving message. Make sure you guys are leaving comments for us, and anybody wants anything in particular, just let me know. And then we're here to help you. So anyway, peace out. Thank you guys so much. We do appreciate it, and we're glad to be here. Bye.